I straightened the faded denim jacket I'd worn to both Mom and Dad's funerals. The one with the frayed cuffs from endless days hauling them to doctor's appointments across the dusty roads of our small Arizona town. 6 months had worn it thin. Just like me. The old oak table in the lawyer's office stretched out like a showdown at high noon, and my siblings sat around it like coyotes circling a fresh kill. Jessica tapped her fancy silver pen against a sleek notebook, her designer watch glinting under the fluorescent lights as she checked the time for the 3rd time. Michael slouched in his tailored shirt, thumbs flying over his phone screen. The twins, Rachel and Tom, huddled together whispering and chuckling like they were back at a high school rodeo instead of staring down 40. MS. Harper, Mr. Jenkins cleared his throat, his cowboy boots shifting under the table as he adjusted his wire-rimmed glasses. The morning sun poured through the window, casting long shadows across the room. Shall we get this started? My pulse thrummed like a stampede in my chest. 3 years of round-the-clock care, nights spent in creaky hospital chairs in Phoenix, deciphering pill bottles under dim lights, holding Mom's hand through her radiation sessions, and wiping Dad clean after his heart attack. It all boiled down to this dusty office in our corner of the Southwest. Go ahead, Jessica cut in before I could open my mouth. Always the hotshot lawyer from Tucson. Always calling the shots. Mr. Jenkins nodded, shuffling his papers. The last will and testament of Eleanor and Robert Harper, of sound mind. The words faded into a haze as flashes hit me. Mom's weak voice asking for water at 2 a.m. Dad's shaky grip as I helped him sign consent forms. The endless drives to specialists, battles with insurance companies, pharmacy pickups in the blistering heat. I'd shuttered my graphic design gig, the one I'd bootstrapped from nothing in our garage, to be there for them. Missed my best friend's wedding in Sedona. Let my social life dry up like a desert creek. The estate, including the family ranch at 452 Sagebrush Road, all financial holdings and personal effects, shall be divided equally among our children. Jessica Lynn Harper, Michael Robert Harper, Rachel Marie Harper, and Tom Edward Harper. The room tilted like I'd been bucked off a horse. I gripped the table's edge, nails digging into the wood. Excuse me? Jessica's mouth curved into that smug smile she saved for winning cases. Mom always said real love doesn't come with a price tag. Michael didn't even look up. Should have kept your business running instead of playing full-time nurse. Some of us have real careers to protect. The twins shared a glance. We should list the ranch ASAP, Rachel said, flipping her sun-bleached hair. Market's booming out here with all the retirees moving in. Got a realtor buddy ready, Tom added. We can gut it next weekend. Gut it. Like my 3 years meant squat. Like the nights I measured out Mom's pain meds or wheeled Dad out to watch the sunset over the cactus fields. Holidays alone with them while my siblings posted pics from Vegas trips or beach getaways in Cali. All erased with a pen stroke. I saw it clear as day. Dad alone in that Phoenix ER, scared out of his mind, while I begged my siblings to come. Court in session, Jessica had snapped. Kids' Little League tournament, Michael typed back. Will Venmo flowers, the twins chimed. Memories of dipping into my savings for uncovered treatments burned hot. Watching friends drift away while my family carried on like nothing. My hands shook. In my pocket, scraps of notes from every appointment, every win and loss. 3 years in ink. I stood, chair scraping the linoleum. Rachel rolled her eyes. Drama much, Emily, but it wasn't drama. For the first time, I saw them plain, folks who ditched their dying parents without a backward glance. The question wasn't fight or flight. It was why I'd ever expected more. I headed for the door, Step steady despite the storm inside. Jessica's voice followed, laced with that superior tone. Guess we'll handle the sale without her. Her words blew past like tumbleweeds. I'd chased their approval my whole life, being the dependable daughter.
But now?
I'd been grading myself on the wrong curve. My hand turned the knob. This choice would flip everything. But hell, everything already had. Grief turns junk into treasures. Back at the ranch that afternoon, Mom's old hope chest sat in my lap amid the attic clutter. Medical bills, insurance denials, faded sympathy cards. The twins wanted it all cleared by dawn. Under yellowed photos, my fingers hit leather. A journal. Mom's initials stamped in faded gold. YRH. Throat tight. I cracked it open. Her steady cursive filled pages from the last 3 years. First entry, June 2022. Jessica called, saying Emily's quitting her work to mooch off us. Wants the ranch deeds. I said no way, Emily handles everything. The drives to docks. The errands. But Jessica showed statements with Emily's charges. Says we gotta protect the family assets. The book slipped. Those charges? Gas for hospital runs. Over-the-counter aids insurance skipped. Jessica knew damn well. I read on. Page after page of her poison seeping in while I pureed Dad's meals and changed linens. August 2022. Michael suggests updating the will. Knows folks to ensure Emily can't touch a dime after we're gone. Heartbreaking. But we gotta think of the others too. My phone buzzed. Jessica. Sale starts 9 a.m. Stay away. I fired up my laptop. Pulling ranch accounts. Transfers to Jessica's firm during Dad's last stint. Checks to Michael's brokerage while Mom fought cancer. Twins' names on withdrawals post-funeral. Not on my watch, I muttered. A knock, Maria. Mom's home health aide. In wrinkled scrubs from her shift. Heard about the will. Ain't right. She stepped in. I saw you bust your ass. Emily. Kept logs, meds, visits, how your kin, always ghosted. She waved her phone. Arizona's got strict laws on elder financial abuse. Before I could reply, another text, Mrs. Ortiz. Mom's neighbor from the quilting circle. Coffee tomorrow? Got stories you need. Then Jake. Old client. Still on for that site revamp? Remote works fine. Footsteps pounded up. Rachel burst in. Still here? Jessica's talking cops if you don't scram. I belong here, I shot back. Tom loomed. Not anymore. We own it now, minus you. Locks change tomorrow. My eyes hit the statements. Evidence in print. Think you've won? Rachel sneered. No one's buying the bitter sister's tale. Cards maxed. Savings gone. But Mom's journal lit the way. I stuffed papers in my bag. Maria watched. Phone out. They might claim the ranch, but not the truth. That night in my cramped apartment in town, the restraining order thudded on the table. Jessica's legalese painting me as unstable. Grief-crazed. Coffee cooled as I read. Phone buzzed. Rachel's old roommate. True about your meltdown? Michael mentioned. Estate sale notice hit. Saturday. 10 a.m. No heads up. I drove by at dawn, watching strangers rifle through memories. A guy hauled Dad's old saddle. A kid grabbed Mom's quilt rack. Throat burning.
I pullover.
Phone camera rolling. Dumpster full of photos. Books for scrap. Jessica overseeing in her power suit. Can't trash their lives, I whispered, posting the vid. Comments poured. Neighbors. Dad's poker pals. Mom's church folks. Shares snowballed. Evening. My mindfulness app pinged, 20 minutes breathing while I updated spreadsheets. Docs.
Chats.
Betrayals. Therapist calls it smart recovery. I call it grit. Bank letter came plain. Mom's hidden savings. Built from pension checks. Note in her script. For Emily, who always brought wildflowers. Lawyer's eyes sparked next day. This flips the script. Pruebas inten. I bolted, driving to Jessica's office. The Tucson firm lobby hushed as I stormed in. Her lunch crew scattered. What the hell? Jessica hissed. I slapped statements down. Mom tracked everything. Making a scene? Let M hear how you skipped Mom's treatments for court dates. Whispers spread. I grabbed papers and stormed out. An hour later, Maria met me at the hospital lot. Got my records, she said, handing a drive. Who showed? Who didn't? Hospice board don't play. Mrs. Ortiz brought coffee. Your mom confided. Jessica pushing will changes. Michael's late night signings. Tears came in my car. Then Jake called. Workspace set. Can't let Jessica freeze you out. Reporter's card slipped in mail. Local news. Big connections. Elder abuse is rampant. Your story counts. At lawyers. Accountant file showed dad's signature wobbling. Stroke victims don't study up. Financial abuse, lawyer said. DA's cracking down. Night in apartment. Jessica's calls started midnight. Threats. Then please. Voicemails stacked as evidence. App chimed, letting go. I breathed deep. My care was love, not IOU. Legal team assembled pro bono, advocates. Elder law pros. Accountants. Boxes filled, logs. Statements. Records. Envelope came anonymous. Hospital footage. Note, watch all. Truth sharp as a knife. But as I held the drive, sunlight hit. What price victory? Choice loomed. Justice or ruin. I breathed. Sun warming the room. The next morning, sunlight sliced through the blinds in my lawyer's office as she tapped her pen on the stack of affidavits. 3 years of records sprawled out. Med schedules. Texts. Mom's journal. My hands shook signing the last one. Elder abuse filings in, Sandra said, sealing the envelope. Channel 5 airs in 20. I nodded. Heading out. On the ride home, the segment played on my phone. Betrayed caregiver, siblings cut sister from will amid exploitation claims. Photos of me at mom's bedside. Jessica dodging cameras at her firm. Michael slipping into his truck. Twins fleeing a local diner. Notifications blew up. High school buddies sharing. Mom's quilting group raging. Justice for Emily trended local. Then statewide. Jessica fired back hours later, a statement calling me erratic. Citing made-up outbursts. Voicemail seethed. You leech. I'll bury your career. Michael tried bribery. Maria called. Said he offered her $5,000 to flip her story. Told him my statement sworn, she laughed. Twins pivoted. Rachel's teary TikTok claimed manipulation by Jessica. Tom echoing on Facebook. Both playing victims. Backfired hard. Old friends posted screenshots of their snide texts during mom's treatments. Social circles crumbled like dry clay. Dominoes tumbled quick. Jessica's firm probed ethics breaches. Top client benched her. Bar association called hearing. Michael's investment gig hemorrhaged clients. A big rancher pulled out publicly. IRS eyed his trades on parents' accounts. Twins hit walls. Rachel's boutique lost contracts. Tom's ad agency forced buyout. Their kids came home teary from online buzz about ditching grandparents. Text from Mrs. Ortiz. Country club yanked Jessica's spot. Photo. Her parking sign gone. Support surged. GoFundMe for fees hit 5 figures fast. Local spots offered freebies, meals.
Gas.
Ex-patients can flooded reviews praising my care while siblings partied. Month later, courthouse in Phoenix swarmed with press. Judge granted me interim estate control. Pattern of abuse clear, Sandra said. Your docs sealed it. Jessica raged out of her office. Memo following, suspended. Footage leaked of her flipping desks, yelling about loyalty. Michael showed at my door midnight. Bourbon stenched. Just wanted cash? Now we're sunk. Next day. Last client bailed. Twins weaponized kids. Rachel's girl left voicemail sobbing. We'll lose the house if you don't stop. Tom's boy begged similar. I archived every bit, stack growing like a monument. Therapist warned. Justice? Not revenge. Final puzzle. Thumb drive with footage. Jessica at mom's bed. Camera hidden. Sign here.
Mom.
Emily's unreliable. Mom's shaky hand. But she's here daily. Jessica. She's got no life. That's dependency. Not love. 17 minutes of pressure. Threats on power of attorney. Twisting my sacrifices. One share could nuke her license. Finger hovered as sun dipped. Power surged. But photo on desk, mom and dad at their 50th. Beaming under desert stars stopped me. Their love my siblings missed. Drive heavy. Path forked. Crush or mercy. Truth in between. I emailed instead. 2 days on. Lawyer's office again. Jessica's pen tapped oak. Watch caught sun as she pushed envelope. 25% sign. It ends. Michael leaned. Heal the family. Words hollow as his hospital excuses. Twins by window. Rachel whispered. Kids miss Aunt Emily. Fingers traced envelope. 3 years to a payout. Mom's grip in chemo flashed her strength. Offer ends at 5, Jessica snapped. Or face my defamation suit. Michael. Doc ready to swear on your breakdowns. Envelope from Tom. Found this. Photos, his kids at school. Think of the family. Lights buzzed. Old urges rose. Please. Sacrifice. But purse held phone. Recording 20 minutes. Know what sticks from caring? The quiet. House echoing with machines. My steps. No visits from y'all while parents faded. Jessica's pen froze. Rehashing. Not absent entirely. Laptop open. Emails. Transfers. Will tweaks post-dad's attack. Michael's face drained. How? Mom saved it all. 3 years. I found it. Twins edged doorward. Jessica's probed. 3 clients, same story. Will's cut. Transfers shady. Jessica gripped notebook. Lies. Partners got packet today. IRS too. On your books. Michael. Rachel. We should. No running. Door opened. Man in suit.
2 more.
MS. Harper. Agent Ramirez. Questions on Harper Estate. Hour like a Western flick. Agents logging evidence. Jessica crumbling as patterns emerged across clients. Michael slumping. Was mine. Confessions spilled. Jessica. I succeeded. They loved you more. Sweet Emily. Creative Emily. Michael. Debts piled. Needed cash. Twins. Jessica said you poisoned them against us. I packed briefcase. Scuffed from dock runs. 3 years to step up. You chose this. Agents led them out. Through windows. Press gathered. By dusk. Harper's scandal hit Arizona news. Phone Maria. Justice served. But watching them cuffed. Sun glinting. A kit. One estate. Truth out. Alone in room. Mom's words. Love anyway. Family's it. Sun-painted table crimson. Victory's shadow endless. Choice to find me. Fingers brush locket, mom's gift. Tiny photo of us kids. Innocent. Click echoed. Some winds bitter.
Truths cut deep.
But stepping out, I knew. Only path worth walking. Jessica's pen lay forgotten. Nib catching last light like regret. 6 months later, sun flooded my new office through big windows. I paused at desk. Eyeing sign, Harper Elder Advocacy Ranch. Family home reborn, mom and dad would have grinned. Phone buzzed, daughter desperate, siblings accusing theft. Tomorrow,
10.
Bring docs, we'll sort it. Words flowed easy. Converted Victorian now hub. Dining room for groups.
Study library.
Garden for classes, on desert-friendly meals. Knock, Maria. In blazer. Leading program. Times reporter here. I smooth blouse, vibrant teal. Ditching old grays. Send in. Question 1. Why help over more suits? Desk photo. Parents' anniversary. Revenge mirrors them. This builds change.
Post-interview.
Calendar. Dinner with Jake. Friendship turned romance. His support rock solid. Therapist. Growth's key, spot manipulation early. Afternoon call tested. Emily. Aunt Eleanor stroked. Jessica's voice. Honeyed. Old me would have rushed.
Saw the.
I'll send facility recs. Agencies. But you're pro at this. Yep, why I run the center. Helping hundreds. Emailing resources. Hung up.
No guilt.
Progress. Late sun cast shadows as I led group. 10 weary faces like my old self. Shared story. Solutions. Legal tips. Self-care. Abuse signs. You're not alone. Deserve more than sacrifice. Woman with gray streaks teared. Thought no one got it.
Ido.
That's why. Published guide, on desk. Chapter 1 on exploitation. Fly for conferences. Sharing flags I missed. Sunset. Cemetery visit. Granite gleamed. Flowers fresh. Kept promise, I whispered. But you taught. Inheritance's integrity. Turning hurt to help. Crickets sang as I rose. Shoulders straight. Head high. Chosen family waited. Jake's smile. Maria's loyalty. Group becoming kin. Built on empathy. Not duty. I am Emily Harper. Chose love over greed. Truth over chains. Cost fortune. Gained self. Spotting newcomer at workshop. I smiled. Another to guide from dark. The advocacy center hummed with quiet purpose that afternoon, the kind of energy that fills a place when people finally feel seen. I wrapped up the support group, handing out pamphlets on Arizona's elder protection laws, clear-cut stuff about financial safeguards and mandatory reporting that I'd wish I'd known sooner. As the last participant filed out, thanking me with a firm handshake, my phone vibrated. It was Sandra, my lawyer, her voice crisp over the line. Emily, the preliminary hearing set for next week. Your siblings' team is pushing for mediation. They want to settle quiet-like. I leaned against the old ranch railing, staring out at the saguaro cacti dotting the horizon. The sun baked the earth, but a breeze carried the scent of creosote bushes after a rare rain. Mediation? After all this? They're feeling the heat, she said. Jessica's bar hearing went south. Witnesses from those other cases piled on. Michael's under audit. Twins' businesses are tanking. But remember, this is your call. We can push for full trial if you want accountability. I thought of the thumb drive still tucked in my safe. Its footage a nuclear option I'd held back. Justice had teeth.
but so did Mercy.
Let's hear them out. But no deals without real change. Hanging up. I felt the weight of it all, the betrayals unearthed like buried artifacts in the desert sand. Yet, running the center had shifted something in me. Each story I heard mirrored mine. But helping them navigate without vengeance? That was the real win. Jake picked me up that evening in his pickup. The one with the dent from hauling my design gear back when things were simpler. We drove to a little Mexican joint in town. The kind with plastic chairs and killer enchiladas. Over margaritas.
He squeezed my hand.
Proud of you.
Eminencia.
Turning that ranch into something good. His eyes, steady as the mountains, reminded me why I'd let romance in after years of isolation. No pressure, just presence. It's not just the ranch, I said. It's proving care isn't a transaction. He nodded, knowing the scars without me spelling them out. The mediation loomed like a monsoon cloud. The day before, an unexpected visitor showed at the center, Tom's wife, Clara, looking wrung out in her sundress. Kids' drawings clutched in hand. Emily. We didn't know the half of it. Tom spun stories. But after the news, she trailed off, eyes welling. The kids ask why Grandma and Grandpa's house is now Aunt Emily's workplace. They miss family barbecues. I led her to the garden patio, where Mom's old herbs thrived. Miss them too. But actions have fallout. She nodded. Tom's in therapy now, admitting he followed Jessica blind. Wants to make amends. Part of me softened. The twins weren't masterminds, just followers in the pack. Tell him to start with honesty. Maybe volunteer here. See the real cost of neglect. Mediation day arrived hot and dry. The conference room in Phoenix feeling like a pressure cooker despite the AC. Jessica sat ramrod straight in her suit, makeup flawless but eyeshadowed. Michael fidgeted with his tie, avoiding my gaze. The twins huddled, Rachel twisting a tissue, Tom staring at the floor. The mediator, a no-nonsense woman with a southwestern drawl, laid ground rules. This is about resolution.
Folks.
Arizona laws clear on elder abuse, fines, restitution, even jail if it escalates. Sandra flanked me, stack of evidence at ready. Jessica spoke first, voice clipped. We're offering 40% of the estate. Emily.
Plus.
We drop any countersuits. Let's end this family feud, Michael chimed. Therapy for all? Maybe. Rebuild bridges. Rachel teared up. We were wrong. Scared of losing what little we had. Tom, volunteering at your center, Clara mentioned. I let silence stretch, like waiting for rain in July. Percentages? That's what got us here, treating love like a ledger. I pulled out Mom's journal, reading an entry aloud. Emily's the one who stays. No questions. Others promise. But life's too busy. Their faces crumpled, first crack of real remorse. Here's my terms, I said. Restitution to the center. Fund programs for a year. Public apologies.
No espín.
And therapy. Yes, but family sessions. Facilitated. We learn why this happened. Jessica balked. Public? My career. Your choices tanked it, Sandra cut in. Take it or trial. Debate dragged. But by afternoon, they signed. Not full ruin, but accountability with a path forward. Walking out. Sun blinding. Jessica caught my arm. Why not destroy us? Her voice cracked. Because Mom wouldn't. And neither will I. Back at the ranch, I processed with my therapist over video. You chose growth over grudge, she said. That's healing. Evening brought a group session. More caregivers sharing war stories. One man, voice rough, siblings drained dad's accounts while I nursed him. How'd you fight back without losing yourself? I shared the mediation. The balance struck. Justice with heart. Turns pain into purpose. Nods rippled. After, Maria pulled me aside. Proud.
Boss.
This place, it's saving folks. Weeks blurred into progress. Jessica started therapy begrudgingly, but sessions unearthed her jealousy, always the achiever, resenting my easy bond with parents. Michael admitted gambling debts, vowing rehab. Twins volunteered weekends, eyes opening to elder care's grind. Awkward at first, but small moments built. Rachel helping with a cooking class, Tom fixing a fence while listening to a participant's tale. Family dinners resumed tentative. Potlucks at the center.
No alcohol.
Just talk. Laughter crept in, laced with apologies. One sunset. As I tended Mom's garden, Jake joined me. Look at this empire. I smiled. Not empire, legacy. He proposed then. Simple ring glinting. Build more with me? Tears came. Good ones. Yes. The center expanded. Grants rolled in after my conference talks. Published the guide nationally. Royalties funding scholarships for caregiver training. Cemetery visits felt lighter. Whispers of thanks.
Not sorrow.
But shadows lingered. A late call. Another desperate voice. Sibling scheming. I guided her through steps, document. Report.
Seek support.
Hanging up. Peace settled. I'd bent the arc toward humanity, proving family can mend if truth leads the way. The desert night cooled. Stars sharp overhead. I'd lost illusions, gained wisdom. And in that vast quiet, I found myself whole. Fall brought cooler winds to the Arizona desert, sweeping through the advocacy center like a fresh start. The ranch buzzed with activity, volunteers prepping for our first annual caregiver retreat, a weekend of workshops on legal rights and emotional resilience. I'd poured the restitution funds into it, turning the old barn into a meeting space with views of the Red Rock mesas. Maria oversaw logistics, her efficiency a godsend. Emily, your siblings confirmed for the panel, she said, clipboard in hand. Nervous, I nodded. But it's right. Their stories show redemption's possible. The panel was my idea, from betrayal to bridge building. Jessica, Michael, and the twins sharing lessons learned, anonymized for others but raw for us. Therapy had chipped away defenses, Jessica admitting her control issues stemmed from Dad's praise always going my way. Michael facing addiction head-on with AA meetings. Twins confessed to following the crowd, now advocating for family communication in their circles. Not perfect, but progress. The retreat kicked off under clear skies. Attendees from across the Southwest. Weary sons, devoted daughters, all battling similar storms. During the panel, tension hummed. Jessica spoke first, voice steady. I was the successful one. But success blinded me to real value, time with loved ones. Michael, debt made me desperate. I justified taking what wasn't mine. Twins tag-teamed. We believed the lies because facing truth meant admitting our absence. Questions flew. How do you forgive? I closed. Forgiveness isn't forgetting. It's choosing peace over poison. Arizona law protected me, but hard work rebuilt us. Applause rose. Cathartic. Post-session, Jessica pulled me aside in the garden. That was hard.
But.
Thank you. Her hug. Awkward but genuine. Bridged years. Michael joined. Sober 6 months. Starting a support group for financial abusers. Ironic. Huh. Twins brought their kids, who ran the grounds like we did as youngsters. And Emily's place is cool, Rachel's girl said. Small wins stacked. Jake and I married quietly that winter, under the ranch oaks, with close kin and center folks. Vows echoed commitment, not just to each other, but to healing. Honeymoon? A road trip through national parks. Talking futures. Expanding the center.
Maybe kids someday.
Back home, challenges hit. A high-profile case mirrored mine, a Phoenix family fighting inheritance fraud.
I testified pro bono.
My story swaying the judge toward restitution over jail. Media dubbed me the caregiver crusader, but I waved it off. Just paying forward. Therapy deepened, unpacked childhood dynamics, me as the fixer, siblings as stars. Boundaries set firm, family visits welcome, but no oversteps. Jessica rebuilt her practice ethically, specializing in elder law now. Michael sold his firm, teaching finance ethics at community college. Twins' businesses rebounded with honest pivots, Rachel designing senior-friendly homes. Tom marketing care services. Spring bloomed wildflowers across the desert, mirroring my inner thaw. A new group arrived, faces etched with familiar pain. I shared tools, track everything. Arizona's statutes on abuse are your shield. One woman, mid-story, broke down. They cut me out like I was nothing. I hugged her. You're everything. Start here. Evenings with Jake. We'd sit on the porch. Stars wheeling above. Regrets? He'd ask.
None.
This is the life I chose. The center's impact grew. Partnerships with state agencies.
Online course Riching nationally.
My guide hit bestsellers in self-help. Proceeds funding free legal clinics. Cemetery visits? Conversations now. Not monologues. See what we built. Crickets answered. Peaceful. Yet. A test came. Jessica called frantic. Michael relapsed. Bad investment. Debts again. Old instincts surged. Bail him out?
No.
Get him help. Center has resources, but he owns the steps.
She paused.
You've changed us all. Hanging up. Pride swelled. Not vengeance's thrill, but mercy's quiet strength. Summer heat returned. Retreat 2 underway. Attendees shared breakthroughs. One son reconciled with siblings. Another won court protection. My panel spot felt lighter. Stories of growth. Not just grief. As sun set, painting skies fiery, I reflected. Betrayal forged me, but choice defined me. Family's messy, but mendable with truth and time. The desert taught resilience, bloom after rain. I'd done that, turning scars to service. The years folded like pages in a well-worn book, each chapter building on the last at the Harper Elder Advocacy Ranch. What started as my personal refuge had grown into a beacon across the American West, with satellite programs in New Mexico and Nevada. I'd hired a full staff, therapists, lawyers, even a nutritionist specializing in senior diets adapted to desert living. Funding came from grants, donations, and my speaking gigs at national conferences, where I'd share, elder abuse isn't just theft, it's erasing dignity. But with laws like Arizona's Adult Protective Services Act, we reclaim it. Family ties strengthened subtly. Jessica, now a reformed advocate, co-authored articles with me on preventing financial exploitation. Michael, sober and steady, volunteered as a mentor, his story warning others from his path. The twins integrated fully, Rachel leading design workshops for accessible homes.
Tom handling outrik.
Their kids called the ranch home base, helping with events and learning empathy early. Holidays blended old and new, Thanksgiving potlucks with center families. Laughter echoing where silence once reigned. Jake and I welcomed our daughter, Lily, named for Mom's favorite wildflowers. Watching her toddle the grounds, I saw cycles break, teaching her care without expectation. Families chosen too, I'd tell her, hugging Jake close. Therapy continued. A lifelong tool. You've modeled boundaries beautifully, my counselor said. No more martyr. A milestone hit, the center's 10th anniversary. We hosted a gala under strung lights, maces glowing in twilight. Attendees included reformed families, lawmakers pushing stronger protections. My speech, Betrayal taught me justice, mercy taught humanity. Together, they heal. Applause thundered. Jessica toasted. To Emily, the heart we needed. Tears mingled with cheers. Challenges persisted, cases poured in, each a reminder of systemic gaps. One tough one, a woman whose brothers forged signatures.
Mirroring my past.
We built her case meticulously. Winning restitution, she funneled back to us. You saved me, she said. No, you did. By fighting. Personal reckonings came too. Dad's old journal surfaced during a clean-out, his entries praising my steadfastness. Emily's our rock, shared with siblings. It sparked deeper talks, regrets aired. Forgiveness sealed.
No ferital.
But real. As stars pricked the night sky post-gala, I stood on the porch with Jake. Worth it, he asked. Every scar. The desert whispered agreement. I'd transformed pain into purpose, proving redemption's possible when truth meets grace. Family? Not blood alone, but bonds forged in fire. I was Emily Harper, survivor, builder.
Whole.